welcome back. Joined the Auckland HOG Chapter on a recent Saturday ride. We're just turning out of Borden Road on the North Shore, turning onto East Coast Road. Now in this week's episode I want to talk about two things, roadblocks and flagpoles. And we better get talking about roadblocks real quick because there's one coming up around the corner here. As we're travelling down this road, which is kind of alongside on the top of the rise there to the right, you can see State Highway 1. This is an alternate route, used to be the main road north, or one of them. 80k speed limit on this road. I'm heading along, and very shortly from about here my radar alert starts going off. I can see that there's a stalker band unit is locked on at the bike. So slowing down as such because, why not? Till we see just what's going on, and it's pretty clear there is something going on ahead. Now, was it a roadblock or an accident scene? We weren't exactly sure at this stage, so we're just creeping along. See a few lights flashing. Doesn't appear to be any signs of an accident. There's certainly a bunch of lads in a car to the right hand side of the road there. They're looking a little bit sheepish, but then there's not a lot of people paying a great deal of attention to them either, so not really quite sure what was going on here. We were waved on through, me and the crew in front and the 20 odd bikes behind, so if there was something going on it certainly didn't impact on us, so that's a good thing. But Auckland, what can you do? Wherever you go there's something interesting going on. Anyway, we're travelling along further up East Coast Road here. Now we're turning right just before we get down into the residential areas of the towards the East Coast Bays, Albany area. And this road we're turning onto is called Lonely Track Road, and it's a lovely pleasant road to ride along. On the left hand side of it, beyond the tree line, is a lot of intensive residential development. On the right hand side is a lot of bush, and further on down there's a lot of old kauri forest, which is unfortunately closed. There used to be some good walks there, but no longer open, unfortunately. Anyways, we're travelling along here up. The road is now changed into Albany Heights Rd. We're still riding along the ridge line. It's a really pleasant place to be riding. There's some good twists and turns. It's not by any means a high speed road at all, but nevertheless it's not really heavily travelled. It's well sealed road, and you can just enjoy yourself along here. And that's what riding a bike is all about, isn't it? Just having a good time and being able to just forget about all the little worries of the world. And some of them are, well, there's more than a few little worries in the world at the moment. There's some very, very big ones that we should all be thinking about and spending some time wondering about. Well, I manage to switch off a lot when I'm riding and just enjoy the moment. But this is where we come to the flagpole part. On the other side of the world right now there is a conflict going on, a big one with serious consequences for, well, a country of 40 plus million people, and many neighbouring and surrounding countries through the whole of Europe, and indeed there could be repercussions for the whole of the world. I'm not thinking about these kind of things when riding my bike, at least not generally. And I'm most definitely not thinking of these kind of things on this day, as we're just travelling along, having a wonderful time. Now, very soon we're going to be having a regroup near one of the ridge roads, and from there we start off again, and that's when the flagpole does actually become part of the story. In the meantime, what I'm thinking about is these two old farm buildings, which are great props for motorbikes when you wanted to take a little bit of a portrait shot of your favourite ride. Those buildings are just outstanding, right by the side of the road, easy access, kind of a great contrast between some magnificent motorbike, or whatever it is that you happen to be riding, and those rustic old kind of dishevelled looking buildings. Really makes quite a nice contrast. Anyway, we've come up to yet another ridge road, and we're having a slight regroup, waiting for the tail end Charlie to sail past and signal to us that we're good to go. Here goes Dale now, and we're going to very shortly head off again. And it was in about 20-30 seconds from now that we came across a property that's flying two flagpoles. One had a Kiwi flag flying, and the other pole was supporting a Ukrainian flag, and it's flying proudly there in the breeze. And really seeing that was a little bit of a jolt, and just made me realise, man, how lucky we are down here not to be having our lives destroyed and pummeled right before our very eyes, powerless to do anything about it. And it was a very powerful statement for that flag to be flying. Down here in New Zealand, we're a long way from this war, but seeing the flag flying here in the middle of a rural setting in a far corner of Auckland brings home how small the world is. And to some degree it also brings a small amount of guilt or wonder. Why is this not us? Why does this happen to other people but not here? I don't have an answer. All I can say is that I hope and pray that the war ends in the Ukraine. I don't really have anything more to add to this week's video. Just let's hope and pray that one day we can all ride safe. Take care out there. Until next time.